Good morning, Miramar. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Tamara G. As always, check us out on all of our social media. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at City of Miramar. And we've got something special coming to the city of Miramar from this lovely lady that is right here with us. She is an author, she is a speaker, a writer, a poet, an actress, and yes, a mom. We have Talitha, and I'm going to get it right, Talitha. Anyabwelé.
Got it. Got it.
We were practicing before we went live. So glad to have you here, and
So
so
glad to be
glad that
here.
you are celebrating 20 years of doing something that did you even think that it was going to be here 20 years?
No, I did not. I did not. I thought I was a teacher at the time when I started this 20 years ago, and it really feels like it was yesterday. I began it as a one-woman show as the answer to a challenge of one of my students. I was teaching them to use spoken word and poetry as a method of expressing themselves. And one of them said to me, Miss C, this was before I was married, you're
Mhm.
asking us to do something that you can't do. I said, hold that thought, hold that thought.
I'm
And
gonna
I wrote
show
a
you
whole
better than I can tell you.
show you better than I could tell you. And so I wrote a whole show thinking I would do it one time only. But the response was so powerful from the people who attended. Many of them shared that I was sharing their stories, that they saw themselves on the stage. And I knew then that it was more than just that moment, it was a movement. So there it began.
Wow. And as someone who, was teaching theater arts and teaching the arts, um, did you find that you were taking other people's stories, or was it your story and they just happened to coincide with other people's stories?
Oh, it's absolutely both. So I'm one of those people that when you see me in the airport or the post office, people just start sharing their stories with me. Like I'm one of those people. This happens to you? The
All the
grocery
time.
store line, they just start sharing stories. And I realize that's actually a gift. That's actually a gift to be a safe space for others. And I take that very seriously. And people just start sharing their stories. So, yes, it is some people's real stories. And then some of them are actually my stories. And then some were just shared through me, like just came through me. And I didn't know it was anyone in particular story, but people would come up to me afterwards, like, that's my story. So, it's
And
just an
so
opportunity to share.
obviously you were on, stage by yourself for this entire time. And so what does that feel like? I mean, obviously as an entertainer, you're used to doing this, but to actually be up there when all eyes are just on you, Talitha, how does that work? How does
It,
it feel?
not to liken myself to the queen, but you know how Beyonce says she comes into this alter ego of Sasha Fierce?
Uh-huh.
I'm not myself anymore. It's not about me anymore at all. I am a vessel when I'm on that stage. I'm being obedient when I'm on that stage to God, and I'm just listening and allowing myself to be used as a vessel. So it's not about me. I don't feel like eyes are on me, Talitha. I feel like eyes are listening to the stories of those women who are sharing through me, and I'm grateful. But this year, there's actually a little surprise visitor that will be joining the stage with me. My sister-in-law is Shantae Adams. She's
Okay.
the star of the biopic Roxanne. And
Nice.
I was her first professional event that she was a part of. So she's coming back to pay homage in this 20th anniversary. So she's actually going to do a little cameo appearance as well.
Okay. And in the 20 years, what are some of the stories that people who are coming to this show would be able to experience?
Oh, yes. So in these 20 years, I've grown tremendously. So 20 years ago, I was not a wife, I was not a mother, I was not an entrepreneur. So all of those stories are there. And then we just have had experiences that we have shared throughout politically, emotionally, spiritually, physically that have evolved. I'm experiencing changes as a woman now that I did not even imagine 20 years ago. So I'm sharing all of those things. And the whole purpose is to humanize the Black woman's experience to show that we can relate to everyone.
Mhm.
Anyone can see themselves in the story. So, yes, everyone is welcome. I get that question all the time. Everyone is welcome because everyone can relate to a human story.
And really, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Human stories, regardless of what color you may be, or your ethnicity or your background, people go through the same things. We see it every day on the news. We see it in the lives of our friends and family. And so you're just telling some of these stories. So give me some of the background, or give me one of the stories, one or two of the stories, because I know it's got to have something to do with work, and it's got to have something to do with relationships.
Yes, for sure. Relationships are definitely going to stay. So it's so funny. A lot of men ask me, like, is it okay if I come? Absolutely. We want men there. I love men. Yes, absolutely. My husband will be there. My son will be there. My father will be there, brothers. So yes, absolutely. So there's one story in particular that I love. So I've never done the same exact show twice, but there are some pieces in there that I call my signature pieces that audiences that follow me know I've got to hear this piece. And
Okay.
one of them is Love in the Making. And that is a tribute to my grandparents who were married 61 years before my grandmother transitioned. And it is their love story. And I do it in the voice of my grandmother, and I tell how they came to be. So it is a tribute to that legacy and my lineage. And I just love telling that story. I feel her near me when I'm telling it. I'm almost tearing up just thinking about it, but that's one of my favorite stories to tell in the show.
Well, Talitha, people don't stay together. They don't stay together 5 years, much less.
Listen, this is what I'm saying.
Right.
I'm saying, so that's why this is important to share these stories. Yes.
And so, how can people get tickets for this event? Because I know it's Friday, May 15th, 7 p.m. at the Miramar Cultural Center. Of course, our mayor, Wayne M. Messam, is sponsoring this, and he wants everybody in Miramar to come out. So, how can they get tickets?
Yes, they can go to blackgirlspeaks.com. They can also go to the Miramar Cultural Center website. They're sold directly through the website as well, through their e-tix vendor. And I told people as well, we're sponsoring young youth groups to go as well. So people can even sponsor a ticket if they purchase it. There's a question at the end that allows them to put in sponsor if they want to sponsor the ticket as well. So there are many ways to support.
I love that it's the 20th anniversary, and obviously you've been doing this, so congratulations on that. I love even more that it is the arts and that you are continuing to keep the arts alive. And it just seems like, schools are trying to get rid of the arts. Kids really don't know about the arts. I'm sure on stage you're doing spoken word, you're probably doing some singing, you're doing some dancing or something. So
Okay.
you're just encompassing every art
Yes.
piece that you can into this one big Black Girl Speaks.
Yes, we have to because I think without the arts, um, there is no salve for what we experience in life. We need the arts just to help us heal. And so the whole tagline behind Black Girl Speaks is Black Girl Speaks and healing begins. When we allow ourselves to immerse ourselves in the arts, in our actual voices and amplifying them, we begin to heal. We begin to peel those things away. So I'm very proud to be immersed in the arts. I'm raising two thespians as well. My son and daughter are both into the arts. So it's a critical part of who we are as a family.
Wow, that is amazing. All right. So everybody get those tickets. Again, you can go to blackgirlspeaks.com, or you can also go to the miramarculturalcenter.org, get them right from the box office. But definitely bring, your friends, your family, your boyfriends, your husbands, because men are definitely allowed to
Yes.
be here and to come. And we certainly look forward to people coming out on this Friday, May 15th. Great date night. Look at that.
Yes. Yes, that's what we're telling. It's a great date night or girls' night. We've even reached out to some of the fraternities, all of the D9, like to come through and just show the sisterhood and brotherhood of our community. So absolutely, there's a time and space for all of that. There's even an opportunity for fundraising for some of those groups.
Mhm.
So please come out and celebrate together as a community.
All right, sounds good. All right, Talitha, thank you so much. Talitha
Sure.
Anyabwelé.
Thank you. You got it.
And it is going to be a wonderful event. And we've got, hello, Vice Mayor. We're going to
Hi,
get
Vice Mayor. How are you?
Hi, hello.
you. All right. Well, thank you so much, Talitha.
Here.
And we wish you well with the show on May 15th. And good luck with everything.
Thank you so much. Have a good rest of the day.
You too. Bye bye. So, yes, he is here with us, a very busy man, our Vice Mayor, and congratulations on that, Vice Mayor Carson Eddy Edwards, for that honor. And we are so happy to have you with us. You've got a lot going on these first weeks of May. So, let's get right to it, Vice Mayor. You are doing an event that is coming up this weekend, Saturday, May 2nd. Tell us all about it.
It's called Managing Your Finances 101. And let me tell you, Tamara, I'm working with the Hispanic Community Associates, a group of, the Hispanic Community Advocates.
Okay.
And it's a group of Hispanic residents that they're just wanting some more representation and more programming. And so I'm working with them to really bring our community together because we're a diverse community and we have so many different ethnic groups, and I'm working to just bring them all together and ensure that they all feel heard and served. And that's what I'm working with the Hispanic community advocates in that direction. And we're doing Managing Your Finances 101, and it's for everybody. This they don't teach you in school how to manage your money. So
I'm
you
looking at
go to
this. I'm
school.
like, I need to be signing up for some of these. The budget basics, the financial planning fundamentals, banking essentials. Those are all very important, and everybody can use those skills.
I tell you, and for me, I'll tell you, I'm not the numbers guy.
Mhm.
I'm the ideas and the arts and I see things visually, but the numbers they give me problems. But it's so important. No matter what part of your life you are, you need, just living every day. You need to know how to manage your budget,
Yeah.
how to do spending, how to invest money. So a lot of times we have money, we get our jobs, and we just live day to day, and there's just so many different things that we could learn. So this is one initiative that's bringing the information to the people. They're getting all the information. It's Saturday, May 2nd. We start at 9:30 at the Miramar Public Library, right here at 25th Civic Center Place, right downtown Miramar.
Yep.
That's something I want to get used to saying, downtown Miramar.
I love that. And I love that this is a free event as well that will help people to manage those finances. Now, that's not the only thing you have because now you also have something about funding close to home. Because again, once you learn the finances, now how do you get money to do whatever it is, whether that's grant opportunities for nonprofits or any type of funding?
Right, and this is mainly for nonprofits. A number of our nonprofits, we start with this idea, we form this nonprofit, and there are so many grants that's available, but we don't know how to access them. We don't know where to look. And so I've worked out with our economic department, and they're coming to show us, they're bringing some of the experts, some of the people that administer some of these grants, and they're really reaching out to our nonprofits to say, come learn how you could access all of these grant opportunities. So if you are a nonprofit executive, you're a programs manager, you're a grants professional, you're a board member that's involved in fundraising, come to this Tuesday, May 5th. We start at 8:30. It's in our Miramar Cultural Center banquet hall. And I mean, we are giving you the tools of how to find funding. And the big difference between a grant and a loan, if you get a grant, you don't pay it back.
That's right.
Okay?
That's
A
right. And that's the
loan,
best part.
you have to pay back a loan. And there are many grant opportunities that's available to nonprofits. And sometimes we just need to learn where they are, how we access it, and how we prepare our organization to receive some of these grants and to be eligible for these grants. So, funding close to home, unlock county grant opportunities for nonprofits. And it's one of the initiatives I'm doing in association with our Economic Development Department to just help our nonprofit organizations understand and be equipped to get more funding.
Absolutely. And you're so right, Vice Mayor, because, just even knowing what you need as a nonprofit, you need to be registered with the state. You need your 501(c)(3) number. You can't call yourself a nonprofit if you don't even have the paperwork uh,
Right.
together. And so, and you won't be able to even qualify for any funds if you don't have just the basic stuff. So
It's
I'm
the
glad that you
basics.
guys are starting just from the beginning and letting people know, hey, this is how you get funding if you are a nonprofit.
Right. And when we talk about economic development, sometimes we talk about a lot of the for-profit business, but a well-run nonprofit is also an economic engine. I tell people sometimes they don't realize the NFL is a nonprofit. The NFL is a nonprofit. So you can be handling millions of bucks as a nonprofit. So when we have all these nonprofits in our community, if we equip them to be successful, it's economic development. So I'm just looking forward to helping a number of our small nonprofits help them get on the road to success, to really accessing grants so they can scale up and really serve the community.
And you're right, because that's how a lot of them get their stadiums built, get the different things in the community that they're doing. Yeah, so I love the fact that, again, you're going to be letting people know, hey, this could be profitable as well, and you can also give back to your community.
Exactly, exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of giving back, now you have a mix and mingle that is going to be happening, and that's Tuesday, May 12th. That's going to be right down the street from City Hall at Juana's, right?
We're still downtown Miramar.
I love it.
Yes, we're downtown Miramar and we're at Juana's. And again, this is with the Hispanic community advocates. It's a mix and mingle for everybody. But, we're focusing on the Latin business and the public at large, general business, because, the business community, if we do business with each other, that helps us so much. The Latin business with the African American business, all the business get together and support each other. So it's a mix and mingle. We're bringing together the Hispanic community, local businesses, and just the general community. So I invite folks to come on, connect, collaborate with our Hispanic community and just see how you could do business. Plus, you're going to have a good time. We're going to have some Hispanic food there. We're going to be doing some music, some dancing. So, it's a fun time.
Absolutely. And I know that you, with your background and dealing in promotions and having events, you've done so many different types of events that you obviously know that the money flows over regardless of who it is that's spending it. Because again, if we all spend money with each other, we make money.
We make money. That's it. And that's the key to the success of the economy. The dollar must circulate. And if we circulate that dollar within our community, listen, it's success. If that dollar, while it's circulating, can touch so many different hands within our community, that's economic development, economic growth for our community. So we're bringing the Hispanic community together with the rest of the community and we're just gonna mix, mingle, have some conversations, and connect and enjoy ourselves.
All right. And again, that event is free as well. They're going to be hors d'oeuvres and a cash bar, but it's happening on Tuesday, May 12th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Juana's Latin Sports Bar. It's been there at least a decade now at City
Been there
Hall.
for a
So
while. Yes,
they're
it's
doing
been there
really
for
well.
a while. It's been
Yep,
there
doing
for a
really well.
while. Yeah.
Well, for anyone who wants more information on any of these events, you can always go to MiramarFL.org, .gov, sorry, MiramarFL.gov. It is right there on the homepage. All of our Vice Mayor Carson Eddy Edwards events that are going on. And again, the first one is going to be on May 2nd. That is Saturday, starting at 9:30. That is going to be at the library, Miramar Library, right there at City Hall. And that's teaching you about those finances. So we're going to put that one back up so people can get the information off of that. Again, free to the public. And why is that so important, Vice Mayor? Because I think a lot of people think that it would cost a whole bunch of money to do these events, and yet you're bringing them to the community for free because you want people to have this opportunity, right?
It's an opportunity that we want people to have, and it's putting the tax dollars to use
Mhm.
and have people having access to information that's going to help them grow, help build our community. So it's very important. And so I want people to come on out. You'll be surprised at what you will learn, who you'll meet, and sometimes even if you're smart at managing your money, you learn now if you have money, how you could invest it.
Ah, there you go. Look at you making us learn some stuff here. Right? I like it. I like it. And then, of course, the big funding event that is going to be happening. Let me put that one up as well. That's going to be on Tuesday, May the 5th. And let's put that one up so you can see it. That is Tuesday, May 5th, starting at 8:30 a.m. That's going to be at the Miramar Cultural Center Banquet Hall. Again, another free event. If you are a nonprofit, please come out. If you have people who work in nonprofit or you're a grant professional, this is for you. And we thank you again for that, Vice Mayor. And then last but not least, we have the big event, the Mix and Mingle on Tuesday. That is going to be May 12th from 6 to 8 at Juana's, which is right there at City Hall. So you can't miss it, right there. And that is also a free event to just learn, connect, and let's do business, right?
That's right. They're bringing our community together, and we're going to have fun. We're going to learn. We're going to connect and just build relationships.
Sounds good. Well, thank you so very much. Thank you to our Vice Mayor of the City of Miramar, Carson Eddy Edwards. Keeping busy, I see. And enjoy the rest of your day. Take your vitamins, and we'll see you in the next week or so.
Thank you so much, Tamara G. Thank you for always doing a wonderful job.
No problem. And thank you for watching Good Morning Miramar. Until next time, I'm your host, Tamara G. See ya.